So with our coaching, which we call WOW, it's a 6-month coaching program. We're not just about eat this or don't eat that or lose weight in this conventional way. No, there are a couple of things we're trying to change with you. We're trying to change your habits. We're trying to change your identity. So it's the same concept that you sort of have when the Bible says no one puts new wine in old wineskin. Shalom, shalom, best lifers. Welcome to Your Best Life with Eziaha. And here on this channel, we talk faith, we talk family, we talk fitness, and we talk about leadership. And today we're talking fitness. We're talking about something that has to do with your health. So, as opposed to saying I'm a weight loss coach, I like to say I'm a discipline coach. I help you bring discipline and structure into various areas of your life. And my, expertise and passion would be in weight management and healthy living, amongst other things. And because this video is really about weight management and healthy living, I'll just stick to that so we can jump right to it. So, a new year is almost upon us, right? Very soon we'll start to make our new year resolutions, and for a lot of us, we would say we want to lose weight, we want to eat healthier, and they're all very valid goals. But research has already shown that we make all of these goals, but somehow we don't follow through. So every year we're making like the same goals. So why is that a problem? I want to speak to it because I lost weight now 7 years ago, and I've kept the weight off. And everything that has helped me on that journey, I want to share it with you. So with our coaching, which we call WOW, it's a 6-month coaching program. We're not just about eat this or don't eat that or lose weight in this conventional way. No, there are a couple of things we're trying to change with you. We're trying to change your habits. We're trying to change your identity. So it's the same concept that you sort of have when the Bible says no one puts new wine in old wineskin. So if I just tell you, don't eat this food, don't eat that food, but your identity and mindset and habits are not changing, then the result is not going to last. It's like putting new wine in old wineskins and the wineskins would burst. That's what we don't want. So with WOW, we're trying to change your habits, change your mindset, change your identity. In fact, there's something we say about a new fitness identity. So everything we do is geared towards not just seeing you as someone who is losing weight, but someone who has completely new habits, so that the weight that you lose will stay off forever. Now, like I said, I want to share a couple of things that have helped me on this journey, and I share with my clients, but I call them citizens, and I know that it will help you too. Are you ready? So I heard Tony Robbins, the world famous coach, say something that really just blew me away. He said, if you don't have 10 minutes, you don't have a life. And basically he was talking about like his morning routines, a couple of things that he does every morning before he gets into his day that sort of ground him and get him ready for the day. And sometimes we're like, oh, we're so busy. But he said, if you don't have 10 minutes to center yourself, to change something in your mind, to allow your brain undergo this neuroplasticity by the things you're telling it, then you don't have a life. And honestly, I want to agree with him, because sometimes on this journey, there are a couple of things we can tell you to do as coaches, and you're like, oh, I don't have time. But that's not true. We all have time, and if you don't have 10 minutes, really, you don't have a life. But I know that you have a life, and you have 10 minutes. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do every morning, and in fact, I'd like for you to do it also in the evening. 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes evening, and you sort of start to see how it is changing something in your brain. So it's actually called neuroplasticity. The brain can change. You can actually change your habits, you can change your life even as an adult. And these things might look pedestal and even almost childish, but please do it. You're going to see results in your life. So the first thing I'll say is know your why, and repeat your why to yourself every day. We don't do it enough. You just jump, I want to lose weight. But why do you want to lose weight? Especially at the start of your journey, you're always very excited. Right now, I want you to take that excitement, write down your why very carefully, and every morning read it. Remind yourself of your why, and don't just say, because I want to look good. No, let your why be robust. It's your why. It could be that, oh, because of my health, and you give details, why. Make it robust. Read it every morning, read it every evening. Let your brain start to get into that flow, into that atmosphere of, okay, this is why I'm doing it. So every time you want to eat something, your brain just comes and says, remember your why, remember your why. Don't just have this why that pushes you to get a coach, then you never say it again. No, see your why every day. If possible, pick your screensaver, put it in front of your fridge, put it in those problem spots, that trip you up at home every day. Put it there, and I can assure you it starts to change something in your brain. Another thing I want to tell you to do every morning and evening is take your confessions and affirmations. From your why, you could create confessions, and what we do for our citizens is that we create identity-based confessions. So we're wiring your brain into the kind of person that you want to be, a new fitness identity, and our confessions and affirmations are around that. So repeat it morning and night, but also many times during the day. Remember, I'm telling you to take 10 minutes and do it at once. So yes, repeat your affirmations and confessions. Also, I want you to track your meals, log your meals. I know that sometimes we say that, it's too much, I don't have time, but let me tell you, that consciousness of writing down what you eat every day, it has a way of just adjusting you, because you're like, I'm going to write. So even when you eat outside of your plan, it's okay, write it down. There's something you're telling yourself, like, okay, I'm going to write this thing down, and I'm going to make sure that I don't do it again, or I don't make a habit and a practice of it. But if there's no, something that just brings you back to say, hey, you're doing wrong, Eziaha, by writing it down, then you just keep going and nothing is going to correct you. So it's a gift to be able to log your meals every day. It might look like, I'm always missing it, but don't worry, keep writing. You're rewiring something in your brain. Write your meals, say your affirmations, remind yourself of your why. Those 3 things, I'm telling you, 10 minutes in the morning, they have the power to change many things. Something else I want you to do is gain knowledge. Gain knowledge based on your why. So if your why is about, I want to present a better legacy to my children, I want the whole family to eat healthier because we saw this health challenge in my generation and all of that, then continue to gain knowledge about it. That's something we do with our citizens. We give you related articles that just help you realize that, wow, this is possible. There's something knowledge does to you. Knowledge strengthens your convictions. And when you're deeply convinced, you don't need a quote to follow you every day. So every day, just gain knowledge, say your whys, log your meals, repeat your affirmations and confessions. Then one last thing I want you to do, especially in the morning, in fact, morning and evening, where possible, depending on what works for you, is to plan your meals ahead of time. We don't do it enough. We're just like, I'll just eat anything. No, especially if you're trying to lose weight, you have to plan those meals. Don't just eat casually. Plan it, okay, this is what I'm going to eat. And if you can even take it further, you want to write down a declaration to yourself. In the morning, I'll eat this, I'll start to eat at this time, I'll stop to eat at this time. We do it with our citizens because it truly helps you rewire something in your brain. All of this bring a consciousness to your eating. So it's not just this mindless eating. No, you're very mindful. Your mind is in it. And because your mind is in it, you realize that you're now more conscious of what you eat. So I hope that this helps you. Remember, Tony Robbins said, if you don't have 10 minutes, you don't have a life. And I agree with him. But I know that you have a life. So when we're saying our Happy New Year's, it's truly going to be a Happy New You. Because if you take old new wine and put in old wine skins, it's going to burst. So don't make those kind of resolutions without making sure that you're renewing your wine skin so that when you lose weight, the weight can last. I hope this video was helpful to you. I cannot wait to see you in the new year. God bless you and shalom, shalom.